We are in Yoga Journey teacher training with Leslie Glickman. Let's go check out what some of her students are learning to apply on and off the mat.
And all that it takes is a dream. I believe in me, and the feeling sets me free, 'cause I'm all I need to be. I believe in me, but it took you to make me see I have everything I need, 'cause I believe in me. Thanks for not making it easy and letting me make my mistakes, 'cause that's the only way.
This yoga that we do has 8 limbs. These two, the yamas and the niyamas, are just the beginning. And in some philosophies, we look at these as like steps on a ladder, like you have to be able to do 1 to get to 2 to get to 3. But I've found now, and I really believe that it's more like a spider with 8 legs. Because sometimes I'm doing this one, sometimes I'm doing this one, and it's all of them are connected to the same thing. And I think some of us are ready for some things and not for others. And I think eventually when we can get all 8, that's a beautiful thing.
We're with Deborah, one of Leslie's students for over 2 years. How come you decided to do this journey?
Well, I started out with private lessons with Leslie Glickman. I met her at Michael's Body Scenes, and I took so much from those lessons, both personally, professionally, kind of like a life-changing experience, that I felt I want to have that same impact on other people.
Warrior 2, right here. Scoop your tailbone, lift your belly up. See, you might have forgotten about your bandhas. With them engaged, now go lower. Take full expression of reverse warrior. Drop your left arm, reach your right.
We're with another one of Leslie's students, Lori. Tell us about the teacher training so far.
I met Leslie after I finished my teacher training with another teacher, and Leslie teaches at the same school. And as a new teacher, I'm finding that I'm really coming connected with the spirituality of the practice, but I don't want to hurt anybody with the asana. So Leslie's practice is very technical, and my career path as a corporate pilot, I work in a very technical environment, so I'm loving coming here and learning exactly how to align the body properly so that you can bring that spirituality in without a risk of injury, and so that the muscles and the bones are stacked in just the right way. She has a beautiful way of putting it in an amazing energy, which I really connect
Bones
with.
drawing towards your heels. We want to create healthy space in the body.
What is your favorite thing about Leslie's classes?
I always walk away feeling 100% better than when I walked in, always. It's not so much the physical experience anymore, it's much more about what she gives me emotionally.
Let go of effort. It's counterintuitive, but it's so precious. Let's take 3 last breaths in this pose and really make them work for you.
Because you drive from Orlando to go to the teacher training?
Yeah, we both have taken Leslie's class every time I visited my mom, and I loved it. My mom talked so highly of Leslie and how much she's grown as a teacher and how much my mom has learned. So it just encouraged me to consider doing it myself, and I'm really excited and loving doing this training, and it's so nice to be able to do it down here in South Florida. And
Marty, you've been coming to Leslie's classes for 10 years.
Yes, I have.
What keeps you coming back for more?
It's a way of life. You begin to, what we say is take the practice off of the mat. My story is I was diagnosed with a terminal case of cancer, and this place became my healing place. And the support that we got from the group, it just was amazing, and the energy that I felt. And at some point there was a shift that, how could this be so critical and terminal when I can practice yoga?
Looking for the breath to help ease the tension out of the body. It's a 3-dimensional body, so we want a 3-dimensional breath.
We just grabbed Julie out of Yin real quick. Tell us how you tie in with Philip, Vishala, Leslie.
Well,
I've been a Pilates instructor since 1999, and I met Leslie about 2 years ago at a workshop at Lululemon where they do clothing and free yoga, and I met her and I was taken by her personally. I decided to follow her and I got hooked into her, and she told me a long time ago, 2 years ago, that yoga changes you, and it really did. My favorite practice is actually yin, and I try myself to incorporate it in my life, and as she says, practice what you do on your mat, but take it out into the world and live it. So it's kind of my little story and how I came here. I love yin, I love Leslie. I think the experience of yoga in general is just quite life-changing and remarkable.
A little soft smile on the lips also energetically changes how you feel. Sometimes we don't even realize it in the course of the day. We're kind of mopey in the face, and that's the energy that we feel inside too. So I thank you all for your patience for the past 10 weeks and for allowing me to have them for these 200 hours that we have spent together. We have come through sort of a big transition over these past 10 weeks. We have really shared a lot together. We've learned a lot. We've laughed and cried and complained and everything else that we have shared together. But when we come to a transition like tonight, we sort of close one chapter and begin anew. So for me, this is not the end, really, of our training. This is the beginning of you as teachers out in the community.